G'day everyone and welcome back to NS2HD. This is a B161 game played on tram, and many of you may recognise it. If you've been watching my earlier videos, you will notice that one of the perspectives you see before you right now is the perspective that I used to create my Marine Commander tram opening tutorial very recently in, I believe it was NS2HD 99 or 98. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is I'm reusing the start of that game because I had a lot of people asking in the comments for me to play the whole game, to bring you the whole game, so I'm going to, and I'm going to commentate the whole game. But I'm going to do it with a bit of a twist because the server admin of this server that I'm playing on right now, I refer to him often. His name is Endar, and he is awesome because not only does he put up that server of his own at his own personal cost, he's also sent me his perspective of this same game. So I have right now in the bottom right hand corner of this commentary Endar's perspective from the alien side, and in the top left the Marine perspective. Now the Marine perspective is bigger because it's the one I played and I'm going to commentate it more because I know what was actually going on. But I'm going to leave Endar's in the bottom right. Just so you can see what's going on from the opposite perspective. Right now he seems to be just sitting there playing with the drifter, I'm not sure. But the point is this is a format that some people suggested to me. If you've been watching older videos, you'll have seen my many attempts at dual perspective commentaries. Obviously NS2 does not yet have a demo system, so the only way to record multiple perspectives is to actually physically record them from multiple perspectives, so that's what Endar has helped me do here. But instead of doing my traditional dual perspective where the screens are side by side and I try to focus on both, I'm going to try this one with having one at 75% size and one at 50% size. Yeah. So if you're used to watching my videos in 480p, note that all my videos, every single one, is in full 1080p, so you've got that option. But if that bandwidth is too high for you, then try 720p, because if you watch this in 720p, then the Marine screen will be as big as a usual 480p Marine screen, and the alien, well, it just provides interest at the bottom. And obviously if you can watch it in 1080p, you're going to be able to enjoy them both at a very, very big size, very reasonable size. So I'm going to get into it now, and I'm going to commentate the Marine side. I've obviously commentated all the way up to the 10-minute mark in my previous shoot video using this same footage, but now I get to commentate it from more of a gameplay perspective. This is the point where we just killed the alien harvester that I believe Endar had put up earlier and established our foothold in tram repair, which is the double res room. And of course the idea there was to capture double res so we could tech up really, really fast, carbon being a very, very valuable resource for Marines at the moment in Build 161. Build 162 is going to bring some changes to resources. They're no longer going to be called plasma and carbon. They're going to be called team and individual resources. Well, it'll be the other way round, plasma being individual and team being carbon. That's just to clarify what they are supposed to be for. And we might see some alien resource balance as well. You can see in my minimap and in Endar's minimap that the alien team has taken so many harvesters so early on in the game. There's a little bit of a resource imbalance, I believe, there. The aliens are able to spend a lot more carbon than the Marine team is at the start of the game. But that's alright because it is a beta, and that's what it's all about, finding these things and fixing them, so we may see something for that in Build 162. Another change in Build 162 which will affect this gameplay is the Marine team is going to lose the northwestern doorway that protects tram repair from alien expansion, which I of course locked early on in this game to prevent aliens just running in at will into tram repair, into double res, because I wanted to keep it. Now, of course, the aliens always had the option of using the vents to get into repair room, but they will now be able to do it even easier. They'll just be able to walk straight through the passageway because there is no longer a lockable door there. So that's going to really change the balance of the map. I think it's going to make it a lot harder for the Marine team to expand out into double res early. It's going to mean that the Marine team has to either go for tram hub or operations and observation. I'd probably personally start to be pushing towards observation and operations, just because I think it'll be just impossible to defend tram repair if the aliens have the ability to run in there very, very quickly. But that might all change when the alien resource system is a little more balanced. Something of interest to any tech heads out there watching this game is that Ender currently has R stats enabled in his view. So if you're watching in 1080p, you'll be able to see the server tick rate, his frame rate, his ping, etc. as he plays this, which might be interesting to anyone who's following the technical development of Spark at the moment. So, a lurk pushing into Marine expansion and causing my Marines to lose a lot of health. I didn't get the health packs out fast enough before I lost my teammate there. So, unfortunate. Needed to get faster on the reaction times. When you are commanding, if you press O and then A and H, I believe it's A and H, you can drop health packs and ammo packs very quickly. So, O opens the H and A menu, and then H and A for health and ammo packs, so you can drop them very quickly. I'm going to drop a sentry gun here in Marine expansion in the corner because I want to hold this room even more than I want to hold tram repair. Sorry, I've got to stop calling it tram repair. It's called repair room, this room here in my view. And so, because I've taken the double res, and even if they start to go down right now, I've got the resources that I needed to drop the second command station and start researching a command facility. So my priority now is to hold the second command station until the command facility completes, which will actually be in about 30 seconds. So maybe that was a bit of a waste of carbon on my part, and you don't want to waste carbon on sentry guns right now. Note the new welding effects from the Mac, the bright light coming out in build 161. Well, not so new. Build 161 is about a week and a bit old at the moment, but still very, very cool. I haven't pointed that out before. Endar is currently sitting in the alien command. I'm fascinated being able to see his view of this game, to see why it was that it turned out the way it did, but I will focus on commentating my view. Again, the bottom right-hand view is simply for your interest. You can watch that as well, but I will not commentate it very much. So any minute now, I'm going to probably be getting an advanced armory. I may have already got the advanced armory, rotating the sentry gun round to face into the room. Very important to remember to do that. Otherwise, you can spend 20 carbon on a sentry gun and forget to rotate it, and a sculk can just run in and chomp it to bits. That's the door I'm talking about up here. This door will be eliminated, I believe, unless I've read something wrong. This door will be eliminated in build 162. I don't know why I ran away. I moved away from that battle there. One of my teammates needed a med pack and I just abandoned him. Lots of spores going down in tram tunnels. I have asked my teammates to fight out in the tram. A couple of my teammates to fight out in tram tunnels, and the reason I've done that is they are basically base defense. And of course, if you ask your teammates to be base defense, they'll say to you, "Well, that's pretty boring. I'm not going to do that." Personally, I think base defense is fun, but obviously most people on pub servers don't think that. So what I asked instead was if two players could try to fight the aliens out in tram tunnels but not go too far. So not proceed into tram hub too far, or not go towards observation on the eastern side of the map. And the idea behind that is they have a lot of fun fighting out there. You supply them with med packs and ammo packs, and it keeps the aliens at bay. It prevents them from putting pressure on Marine start, where of course the valuable advanced armory has gone down. Now, I've had a lot of comments about my armory placement. I place it there because it prevents lurks from being able to spore it from the crane above Marine start. But I've had a lot of good comments that say you should really just place it up against the wall, maybe on the left side of Marine start, because having a building out in the open allows skulks to take cover behind it. So the idea with Marine buildings is you should always place them up against walls if you can. Well, at least that's the current consensus thinking at the moment, I believe, to prevent aliens from being able to take cover in your base. Of course, you don't have that option with the initial infantry portal because it is spawned in a default position in the beginning of the game. A Fade has been working on the sentry gun over in Marine expansion. I'm asking my teammates now to proceed into Marine expansion to try to protect that second command station. We don't really need it anymore, but if we were to ever try to push for a third tech point and secure it, it would be very annoying to have to build 2 new command stations instead of 1. Another thing I did right now was ask my teammates whether or not they wanted flamethrowers or grenade launchers first. And I did this because we were holding on just barely by the skin of our teeth at the moment, and I wanted the team to have something to look forward to, something to boost their morale, and so I gave them a choice. Would you like me to research grenade launchers now or wait for flamethrowers? And they said wait for flamethrowers. So that means an extra research step, which is weapons module, and I have begun that research now, and it's about 20% done now, and when it's finished I can then research flamethrowers, and that's what I've got my team looking forward to at the moment. That concludes part 1 of 2 of this game commentary. Look out for part 2 very soon to follow this one. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and as always, if you are enjoying these videos, please subscribe, and also please leave comments about this new dual perspective format. Of course, I love experimenting with new commentary formats. I've done single perspective, dual perspective, and now this sort of 1 plus 0.5 perspective, so maybe 1.5 perspective combat commentaries. So let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and please propose any alternatives if you've got them, because I love reading all your comments. See you all soon for part 2.